Hey everyone, it's Dan Wardrope here from Flexxable. Today I'm going to run through the second video series of my traffic secrets for anyone that's thinking about running pay per lead or who is actually running any kind of traffic at all, digital traffic I'm talking about to various different offers or different clients in the digital marketing space. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching our content. Every Tuesday and Thursday we're going to be releasing new videos, so if you want to stay up to date, all you have to do is click that subscribe button and ring that bell right down there. The first one is, if you are thinking about diversifying to different traffic networks, then you need to do it in this order. All right, so we always start with Facebook. It still probably makes up 75% of our agency ad spend. The quality is great, it's easy, it's fast, and most people can do it pretty well. Okay. The next traffic network we go after Facebook is YouTube. So without a doubt, YouTube is just an incredible place to get volume and quality. And if you can figure out how to do some good creatives and hire actors and all that type of stuff, which we show in our program, then you can actually get some video creatives up really quickly, which convert really well, and the quality is off the charts, even better than Facebook. So Facebook, then YouTube, and after that, Twitter ads. All right, we've had a lot of success with Twitter. In fact, we did, I think I've done a recent blog post on how we generated 680 leads in 4 hours from the Twitter network. And once you turn Twitter on, it is like a fire hose. Okay, there's so much traffic out there, and we found that advertorial funnels usually work best because it's a kind of newsy, sharey type platform. And if you can create some intrigue in your ad and send people to an advertorial, and then after the advertorial is a landing page, then these funnels tend to work best. But they do require a bit more skill and a bit of copywriting experience to get going, and that's why it's down at number 3. And number 4 is the Google Display Network. There's just, this is the biggest network out of them all, really. And you can generate some serious traffic and serious volume from the display network. And I don't know if you guys have been over there recently, but it's starting to look a whole lot more like Facebook. And it's very easy to set up your campaigns and your targeting. And there's some really great kind of in-market type targeting features, and you can do anything in there, and it's very easy to do, as opposed to 5 years ago when I first started delving into the display network, and it was just, you almost had to have a data science degree to be able to figure out how to run ads over there. So it's become a lot easier, and I would highly recommend checking it out, but not before you check out the other 3, okay? Because it does still require a bit more skill, and you have to keep your eye on the ball a lot more. All right, second tip is to run no more than 2 traffic networks at the same time, unless you have a big team. All right, so I've made this mistake where I've said to my account managers, Graham, Gavin, go and run all of the 4. Run Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and GDN. Let's get them all running for one offer. And what always happens is that they run out of time to be able to do it properly, and things slip, and not any one of those 4 traffic networks are being done that well. All right, because there's too much to do, there's too much to keep your eye on, and it just doesn't work. So always try and start. Sorry, just my hand's getting a bit tired there, but always try and just limit the ad networks you're running with to 2 until you've really got stuff dialed in, or you've got a bigger team. All right. The next traffic secret I have is that lead forms coupled with the right buyer can actually work. And I've figured this out. Recently, we're running traffic in North America, and we've been dabbling with some lead forms, and the buyer's actually doing pretty well with these lead forms. And I would never have thought that is possible. But there's been, there's the way lead forms are working now, and the options that you have within the Facebook network are very different to what was available maybe a couple of years ago. So coupled with the right buyer, lead forms can work, especially if you're kicking people out. So if they don't qualify for the type of lead that you want, you need to be able to stop them going through your lead form. And that's possible these days. So there is really some opportunity out there. And these are the easiest things to get it set up right. You don't even need a landing page or a website. Simple. So the next traffic secret, this might be old news to some of you guys listening. It might be brand new to some new people that have just found this video, but add to quiz is always converting at almost double what an add to kind of traditional landing page form works at. All right, so this works because people are intrigued. All right, you can have curiosity within your ads, and you can ask if they kind of qualify, or you can almost insinuate that they need to follow this survey or this quiz in order to get a result at the end. All right, and that's why these are so powerful, because you excite people, the consumer, as they go through your funnel, to be able to get some kind of result at the end based on the answers and the criteria that they've given within the quiz formula. All right, and you can combine some emotional questions along with the type of criteria that your client wants as a lead, as the criteria of a valid lead, and you combine them together, then you're onto a real winner, and they'll almost always convert twice as well as a traditional kind of landing page with a form and all that type of boring stuff. So if you haven't tried it already, pick up a tool like LeadsHook, which is what we use within our agency, and watch your conversion rates double, because it's very, very powerful. Give it a go. And the last traffic tip for today is regarding how powerful thank you pages are. All right, so a lot of people just kind of ignore the fact that this is a very significant step within your funnel. So let's say people are going through a landing page, and they're going through a quiz, and they get to a results page, and then they're excited about getting that result, and then they click go and they put their details in. A lot of people just send that person to a generic thank you page that says, thanks, we'll be in touch in the next 24 hours, something like that. There's so much more you can do. You're gathering all of that data within these survey funnels, or even on the form of your landing page. You can pull that data through to the thank you page and start telling, personalizing the name is a good one to start with. You can actually generate a random number. So think about if you're going through and applying for a business loan or something like that through one of the big banks. What happens when you apply? All right, you're given like usually a 6 to 10 digit number, which is incredibly frustrating, but they give you this reference number that you have to quote each time you pick up the phone. And when I get that, you kind of only get that from the big banks, right? And people, really big organizations. And if you can start thinking about using something like this within your thank you page, then it just makes your funnel and your business and your clients' businesses seem a little bit more legit. So personalization, adding a random reference number that self-generates for each lead that you have that they have to quote. There's lots of stuff you can do on that thank you page to help increase the quality. So really, that's it for today. Hopefully there's 5 great traffic tips which you can implement and start today. And if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe. There'll be a subscribe button somewhere here, and hopefully you'll be able to see more of our content. So enjoy, and speak soon.